Welcome to Grumpy Vegan Grandad. Why have I got a big smile on my face? Well, I am now filming on my new camera. Let's have a quick look. So, there we have it. My brand new spanking camera. Yes. So, let's see if this improves the game a little bit. I've got other stuff I wanna buy, because as you guys might know, I've got to remember to look into the lens. I keep looking at my picture up there, looking how beautiful I look. But yes, so let's get to business. So, as you guys know, I won a bit of money on the radio show, and I've invested some in a camera, which will come in useful for the acting self-tapes, which is how the industry's going at the moment. We're going to record ourselves doing the auditions and send them to the casting directors as requested, so it's a good investment for that. I'm going to invest in, I don't know what the sound's like off this, so when I get it on the editing behind there, better turn off my sounds. That would be a bit more, yeah, that's better. Don't want any interruptions on that brand new camera. So yeah, so I've got other stuff to buy. I'm going to buy a backdrop, green screen, and probably a microphone, because I want to do some stuff outside as well, so maybe some AV. I'm going to try and record that. But yes, here we have it. This is the setup, so I'm really excited now. Got some good gear, so hopefully the picture's going to be cool when I get it over onto the editing suite and see what it all looks like. I wanted to talk about something that's happened over the last week or so. You know my good friends, UK Vegan Family. I'll link it up there. It's probably the other side, I'm not sure. And Daniela has been the victim of cyberbullying, you could say. Basically what they've done, for those of you who don't know Daniela, she was quite a big girl at one point, and she went on a calorie deficit, worked hard, started running. She's lost a lot of weight very, very quickly. And as you know with me, the first place that we tend to lose weight is off the face. You get black rings around your eyes because the skin shrinks and goes darker like a deflated balloon. So yeah, when you first lose a lot of weight, it's not very flattering. It's not very flattering. But as you get into your healthier lifestyle, everything sorts itself out. But this channel, can we call it a channel? Because it's not. It's more like just a set of bullies. It's an American woman. I'm going to play a little bit.
Pasta, broccoli, black bean balls, quinoa, I think. There's nothing that they're not eating. Like, what? That was just a mouthful trying to say all that. Served with leftover, there's more. Served with leftover homemade cashew sour cream and homegrown lettuce. They're growing their own food too. No one can do more than this. But let's look at the results. There she is as a lifelong vegetarian, lost weight, going vegan. This is a post from April 2019. Let's look at her now.
So as you can see, cherry picking pictures, getting the most unflattering pictures possible, and putting it into a video and blaming it on veganism. instead of showing her full body, showing her full transformation, cherry-picked the pictures and obviously made him a little bit worse, you know. And a couple of people have picked up on this, and Daniela wasn't very happy about this, because they'd also took pictures of her son in another video. I think it's on Instagram. They've taken pictures of her young son and put him into the equation, which is wrong. And I had a chat with Daniela on the phone about this, and yeah, I helped to put it into perspective, because unfortunately when we are putting ourselves out there in the public eye, we're under scrutiny and we are targets for this kind of behaviour. But as Daniela said to me, if it was somebody less vulnerable without as much support as Daniela has got, it could have some quite traumatic results, you know. Even as far as suicide, you'd never know what this can do to people, especially shaming people like this. It's out of order. People are, this woman is making money out of finding fault in people and shaming people and not telling the truth, being dishonest. Absolutely disgusting. And the last thing I want to talk about is the Regan Russell situation. Now, the driver has been charged with, I think it's careless driving or something very similar. I suppose the UK version is driving with undue care and attention or careless driving, whatever. But yeah, it's not a very big charge. But Michelle's done a really good video, and what I did was I did a cab eye view of my cab, because someone's pulled me up and said, you know, you shouldn't be calling it murder. You shouldn't be saying this guy murdered her and everything. And I come back and said, well, if it's the case that he didn't do it premeditated on purpose, then it's not murder, but it's certainly not an accident. And I would say if it came true that she stepped in front of the wagon and it was a tragic accident, I'd apologise. But I'm not going to apologise for saying that from what I saw of this, from what the witnesses passed on to people, it wasn't an accident. It wasn't a tragic accident. It wasn't premeditated murder. Hold my hands up to that. No, it wasn't. But she didn't need to die, and it wasn't an accident. He should have taken more care. And I didn't say it was murder. I said, with the information that's been passed on to me, it sounds like this should be murder. And I still believe it should be a murder charge. But obviously when it comes to vehicles and pedestrians in the road, it doesn't happen in the UK. I think the guys who ran a policeman over, I heard on the news today, they were robbers and they jumped in a car and they ran this policeman over, obviously drove at him. They've got manslaughter. They've got manslaughter, even though they ran this policeman over on purpose. It was manslaughter, because it's very hard, like Michelle says in the video that I'm going to play to you, it's very hard to get the intent of premeditated murder. But all in all, it's unlawful killing. It's not, and he should have taken more care. But I'm going to play this video, a bit of Michelle's video, because I did actually do a cab eye view and showed the blind spots on the wagon, because I want all the activists out there, people who go to vigils, especially you guys, I want you to watch the bit that I've done in this video, because it's very, very important. I drive these wagons every day, and the blind spots are ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous, and there's not much you can do about it. There's new wagons coming out now, and they haven't got mirrors, they've got cameras on stalks. So I haven't seen one of these brand new wagons yet, but maybe that's a little bit better. Maybe there's a front facing one as well, I don't know. But also the trailer on the passenger side of the driver, if he can't see it, if he's got a bit of tilt on his cab, he cannot see people down the sides of his wagon either. And if he turns slightly, those wheels and that trailer goes sideways, and that can take people down as well. So I want you guys who go to vigils to watch this, learn where the blind spots are, and be very, very careful.
Hi guys, hope you're well. This is a difficult one for me to film, but I'm going to do it anyway. So in this video we're going to investigate why the truck driver that killed vegan activist Regan Russell outside a slaughterhouse in Hamilton, Canada, can't be charged with murder. So a few days ago it was reported in a local paper in the Hamilton area that the truck driver involved who ran Regan Russell over just outside this slaughterhouse is being charged with careless driving causing death under Ontario's Highway Traffic Act. But there was no grounds to indicate that this was an intentional act, i.e. he intentionally drove his truck right at her with the intent to kill her. So that would have been murder in anybody's book. Or that a criminal offence has been committed. I was confused by this because causing death by careless or inconsiderate driving is very much a criminal offence in the UK. I questioned this in a video that I made a few days ago. Why is this, he's being charged with causing death by careless driving. Well, why is that not a criminal offence? So we're going to discuss that. First of all, I'm going to play you a short clip by Vegan Gaines, who a few days after Regan's death went down to the slaughterhouse and stood with some of the people who were honouring her outside of the slaughterhouse. So what Vegan Gaines heard from people who were there at the time and from just visually looking at the scene was that the driver had a good view as he kind of pulled in to the road where Regan was standing. In anybody's book, surely, he knew she was there, therefore he should have stopped. It's proving intent though, isn't it? Did he intend to kill her? And what I'm going to play you now, with kind permission from Grumpy Vegan Grandad, who is a truck driver, I'm going to play you a couple minutes of a clip of him filming himself inside and outside of his truck to show you actually there are so many blind spots at the front and at the sides of a truck. Now obviously the amount of visibility is going to be different based on the size of the truck, the front of the truck. I'm not an expert, Jesus Christ, in any of these things, but this is just an example from Grumpy Vegan Grandad of how careful, people need to be around trucks, because with the best will in the world, if people are standing around the truck, perhaps a driver just can't see you.
Got the phone lens level with my eyes, so I'm looking at the cab from my eye level. So as you can see, there's a car there, a black car, and this is what I can see from my cab. I've got a wide angle mirror there and a mirror there, but I can't see down there. I stand here and the driver can't see me. And if we go to the front, if you look at what I can see at the front where that car is, if I lean up, stand up, just bang my fucking head down and look right down, you've got all this space that I can't see if anybody was there in front of me. This is where the driver can see me now, and I'm 1-2 meters away from the cab, at least 6 foot. Back again, sit down in my sitting position, all that space. Just look where I can see on that car, right? Sit up, look how far away that wheel is. Bang my head again from the front of my vehicle. I mean, there is a mirror there, but you know what I mean, it quite easily miss one. And there's another blind spot behind the mirror there on that front corner. It's very, very limited. Here, nobody can see me. I can have a car there at the side of me and I would not see it. I would not see it. So I'm not excusing the driver, but I'm just saying that when people are around your vehicle, you need to make extra provisions, because there's a lot of room for people to be especially down there. You cannot see anybody there, no matter what mirrors you've got. You cannot see that, and there's enough room there for 2 people to stand.
Now, of course, this does not excuse the driver. What it does, though, is it perhaps sets a little bit of context. Perhaps he did drive his truck at her, but carelessly and inconsiderately didn't think that she hadn't moved out of the way. If there were people milling around, perhaps he thought she'd moved out of the way. I'm playing devil's advocate a little bit here because it is possible, but it also brings it home that intent is so very difficult to prove. A murder charge or even a manslaughter charge just would not stick because you just can't prove any intent.
So I'm going to leave that there, and please be safe on vigils. Please take care. So save the animals, save the planet, save yourself on my brand new camera.